It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Hawks in Atlanta. Well, for Atlanta, they're just above 500 after their first 10 games at 6-4 to be exact. They haven't set the world on fire, but there has been more good than bad, that's for sure. And Trae Young. Not the biggest guy out there by any means, but he finds ways to make a huge impact, especially when the shot's falling.
You know, his feel for the game at his age is unparalleled. Quick release and shoots from deep, deep, deep.
Yes, yes, yes. He's a special talent, Ernie. His ability to elude defenders, get a shot off at his size, every single time. There's only one other guy I can think of that he comes close to.
SC?
SC, Steph Curry.
Yes, sir. That'll do it for now. We send you to KH. That'd be Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Atlanta as the Hawks take it to the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Last outing for Atlanta, they won that game against the Charlotte Hornets. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So worked out nicely.
One of the interesting storylines of this young season, Brett Barry, the surprising early development of a couple rookies in the league.
Early development of rookies is a great thing for a young team because all of a sudden somebody's taking the reins. And I think coaches always appreciate when a rookie comes in, he does the work in the offseason, all that work starts to pay off. But now rookies tend to start looking towards somebody else, or the team starts looking towards that young player as somebody who may be able to handle and carry the weight of the franchise for a little while.
So the New York starting five, they've got Vonleh, Lee out there with Burke, then it's Thomas, and it's Robinson in at center. The Knicks shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. You look at the Knicks free agent signings, Brent, haven't been so great over the past few seasons.
Yeah, a lot of that's been due to major injuries. When you sign veteran guys and you're in a situation where you're hoping to win now or get to the playoffs, there's a risk that comes with that. So at cap management for the Knicks, it's been a tricky game and one they've come up on the short end on.
And he's good on the second. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Shot from free throw range. Count it. Good.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Burke kicks to Robinson. Lee against Bazemore. Lee in the posts. And there's the call on John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
Lenz checked in for John Collins. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Thomas passes to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Now Young. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Shoots over Burke. And the shot is long.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Prince. Down low, here's Young, and he banks in the layup. Young's got his second basket.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
Burke with it, defended by Young. Here's Vonleh. Out to Lee. New York moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Back to Burke. Over Young. Burke can't get it to go.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
Here's Prince. Makes it off the glass. Prince has got his first basket of the night.
Well, he's getting bodied up, but Taurean Prince has a pretty decent body himself, so not minding it one bit.
Burke looking over the floor. Off the left rim and out.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Bazemore misses. Knicks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Burke finds Lee. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
And right there, Young may never have the physical tools to be a great defender, but his competitiveness overrides it.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the difference on that night is their ability to knock down triples.
But if you choose your shots wisely and then they start to go down, it just builds up confidence. There's a huge cachet of that in this game, and once that happened, they just rolled it out.
Now here's Lee, and stolen by Bazemore. Here's Young. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Knicks trail by 7. Here's Burke. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Here's Young. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Prince. Pass to Dedmon. Young with the ball. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside Thomas. Right wing. Passes it to Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Over Young. Good defensive work there by Young.
Now you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Prince, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
How about Taurean Prince getting up there and slamming it down?
Knicks trail by 9.
thought Prince had a phenomenal second year in the NBA last season, asked to do a little bit more, a little more confidence in his ball handling and scoring ability. He jumped into the starting lineup, and he instantly became a key part of what they were trying to do in a very intricate offense around former coach Mike Budenholzer.
Here's Young after New York gets the three. Prince outside. Six to shoot. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Over Lee. They get it again. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
And it's Burke with the ball for the New York Knicks. 8-point game. Outside Robinson. Lee outside. The rebound by Prince. You know, Brent, with Prince and his improvement, he just offers so much from the small forward position.
There's been growth in every portion of the Garden that has been his skill set. One of the better passers at his position. He showed that off and played much more under control last year. I think just given the minutes, he settled into what it is that he could do to be impactful in games and did a great job with it in his second year.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now the pass to Burke. Young with the steal. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Young's got 10.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
New York calls timeout. Last time they met in New York.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
And the Hawks making a change here. Anderson's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Lee. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Trey Burke. For New York, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Mudiay, no good on the free throw. You have so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
So it's the Hawks now. The Knicks making the shot. Clock at 6. Shot, high post, and it's Carter missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Hardaway, no good. The Hawks leading by 6. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Here's Hezonja. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Anderson outside. Pass to Young. Drains the three-pointer.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Knicks trail by 9. Mudiay kicks to Hezonja. Outside Thomas. The rebound by Anderson. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That 3 off the mark. The Knicks shooting only 28% here in the first. A shoddy game offensively for them so far. Pass to Young. To the inside. And the dunk by Len.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Azania after the basket by Atlanta. Back to Robinson. Stolen by Len. Carter against Hardaway. Young outside. And Anderson has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. And it's Azania with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making a switch here. Robinson against Carter. 6 to shoot. Over Hardaway. The kick out to Young. From outside the arc. And it's Vince Carter with the 3. Carter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Carter. They need this, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former all-star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
And the Knicks making a change here. Baker's checked in. Good on both.
Growing up in the Bay Area, I worked out a lot and spent a lot of time with Tim Hardaway Sr. Remember the killer crossover. And Tim Hardaway Jr. continues to show why he belongs in the league after a lot of hard work on his own.
There's the dish to Young. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Baker. Stolen by Carter. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
Now here is Hardaway. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Here's Young, following the basket by Emmanuel Mudiay. And Young kicks to Anderson. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Hawks lead by 16.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Mudiay. Misses the jumper. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
Atlanta leading by 16. Herter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality. Now, the Hawks were super young last year, and they had all the troubles that come with youth. Inconsistency, guys trying to find out what their role is for the year, lots of turnover problems and questionable shot selection. And now they're younger this year. So if you're a fan of the Hawks, patience is the key.
And for the Hawks, those problems are things that are just part of the process, Brent, of growing this team.
Yeah, you got to really focus on positives around this rebuild. They've got a solid group of young, talented players that can really shoot the basketball. What they're going to have to do is start to take some pride on the defensive end of the floor, and they're going to have to learn what it takes to play an 82-game season with consistent effort on both ends.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Robinson is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Baker in at the 1. Hardaway. The rebound by Anderson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Over to the left wing. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now here is Hardaway. Here's Baker. Back to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Doesn't go that time. The Hawks leading by 15. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. On its way from Young for 2. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Baker. Outside Hardaway. And the 3 ball is good. Hardaway has got 5.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
Left side Anderson. Back to Young. Swiped it away. And here they come. Here's Trier. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. To the middle. Collins kicks to Young. Drills it from outside.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. John Collins has some areas of his game, Brent, he'd like to improve, but finishing at the rim isn't one of them.
No, definitely not. He's 6'10" and just explosive when he gets around the rim. Great composure in traffic, and I don't think he gets rattled at all by contact down there. I think he gets to salivating a little bit to have those big finishes that we saw in his rookie campaign.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Justin Anderson. 5 on the clock. Here's Baker. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Now, to give a ton of credit to the screener there, that was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Dedmon with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Now, here's Collins. 13-point lead. Trier with the rebound. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. New York moving it around. Here's Vonleh. And that one is off.
Now the defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
The feed to Bazemore. Over Lee. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got his second bucket.
And Bazemore looking pretty comfortable on the inside there, weaving around for that too.
Baker passes to Vonleh. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Lee against Bazemore. Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more block shots.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Young. Lays it in off the breakaway. Young's got 22 points.
Right there, you love what Young gives you. A great facilitator in transition, and he's also a terrific finisher.
Lee against Bazemore. And stolen by Bazemore. To the inside, here's Young. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 24 points for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Passes to Trier. Back to Robinson. Vonleh kicks to Lee. They get a hand on it. 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Dedmon with the block.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And I'll tell you, Brent, a lot of distractions for the Knicks over the last few years.
Well, quite a number of coaching changes, obvious changes to the front office, so that means you're turning in a different direction. And some people in the Knicks organization really having a hard time just getting along with one another.
And that one falls for Young.
Just a bright, young offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
And the Hawks making a change here. Prince is checked in. And then for New York, Mario Hezonja's checked in for Trier. And it's Burke in for Baker. And so Young nails them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Burke finds Robinson. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Over to the wing. Here's Burke. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
New York shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
One shot.
And that one falls for Burke. Well, you just look at the talent that left the Hawks over the last few seasons, Brent. Easy to see why they needed to start over.
Yeah, it started with Al Horford and his departure, and then Teague and Millsap did the same. And hard for any franchise to remain competitive when you lose that many quality players, especially their chemistry in Budenholzer's system. Arguably a great fit for one another, and now off to doing bigger and better things.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
Not an explosive leaper. Vonleh does have the length to get to the rim, and you just love to see that aggressiveness there.
Lee against Bazemore. Now here's Lee. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Puts up a three. No good on that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand.
What an unreal move by Bazemore. Has the D doing circles out there.
Now here's Burke, defended by Young. Fires the three, and Hezonja gets it to go. Hezonja's got 5 now.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Collins kicks to Dedmon. Prince outside, and it's Hezonja with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Atlanta making some changes. Len comes in for Collins, and it's Carter in for Young. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Courtney Lee. Dedmon passes to Bazemore. Shoots a three. A rebound by Hezonja.
He's not doing his team any good by taking shots from that range.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of shot helps with is your opponent's chance of winning.
Knicks trail by 19. From 17 feet out. That one a little long.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, Len's not going to settle for anything else. A dunk on the inside goes up strong.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Floats one. And Hezonja gets it to go. He has 7.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Bazemore dishes to Prince. And Bazemore kicks to Prince. Just 5 to shoot. From 13. That shot off. The Knicks go the other way with it. Out to the right wing. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Knicks.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
So it's the Knicks now, trailing by 19.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And Carter has it in the corner. Clock at 6. Shot from 12. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Carter's got 7 points in the game. Now here's Burke. Tight defense on him. He kicks it to Vonleh. To the right side. Tipped away. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Out to Carter. The pass to Bazemore. Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Tries again. Misses off the left iron.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Good. There's 1:54 left in the first half. Prince outside. Over Vonleh. They get it back. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Moutier with the ball. Carter on him. And here is Burke. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Azania. No good with the triple. And so Bazemore will bring it up for Atlanta. Inside, Len, and the dunk by Len.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Burke finds Robinson. And now, here's Hazonia, guarded by Prince. Right side Robinson. New York moving the ball around. Here's Moutier. Rebound by the Hawks. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bazemore on the wing. Defended by Moutier. Carter outside. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Yeah, just so crucial that Moutier becomes a very consistent mid-range shooter for this team. Like to watch him focus on improving that shot.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Hawks ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
We return to Atlanta with a spectacular look from above. The Sky View Ferris wheel there in the background. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
The big men are Collins and Dedmon. Over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Knicks trail by 21. Vonleh kicks to Robinson. Dishes it to Lee. Pass to Burke. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots.
Incredible effort from Bazemore there, making the shot release as uncomfortable as it gets. So much to like about Courtney Lee and the consistency with which he brings his lunch pail to the job. A high character guy, has played in some big time games, plays with toughness, and plays very disciplined. Great guy to have on the roster.
Burke the pass to Robinson. Lee outside. Sweet little floater. Lee's got the first field goal of the second half for New York.
And one of the things that Lee does fairly well is the change of speed, so tough for the defense to get timing on him.
Shot on the wing, and that one good. And that's now 28 points for Trae Young. And since Lee entered the league, almost half of his total shots, Brent, have been from three.
Yeah, well, that's his game. He's relied upon it to help out spacing offenses, and he takes good shots. That's what I like about Courtney Lee. Almost 40% for his career from the three-point line.
Here's Young after the basket by Noah Vonleh. Shoots the three. Young's shot is off.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Lee outside. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Thomas kicks to Lee. Now here's Burke. Not a lot of room. 4 on the clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot.
And last year for the Knicks, a bit of a throwback offense. First in the league in 2-point attempts and second to last in the league in 3-point attempts. We'll see if the new coaching staff changes some of those numbers.
On its way from Young for 2. It's rebounded by New York. Thomas got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Lee. Shoots from the elbow. And the Knicks miss again. And talking about the Knicks last year, definitely one of the bigger teams in the NBA.
Interesting to look down at their scoring last year, as their top 4 scorers were either centers or forwards. And that's a little bit unusual in today's game, where most of the impact's coming from your point guard or a wing player. Not the case for the Knicks, so they're looking for some backcourt help.
With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length, a very large, long arm span.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on, and the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Well, crazy to think that Bazemore was mostly known for elaborate bench celebrations in Golden State before coming to Atlanta, but he's worked his way up and has eventually become a starter and a very important player, key player for these Atlanta Hawks.
Justin Anderson, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. The Knicks also changing it up. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Robinson. And it's Ron Baker in for Burke. Well, for Bazemore, working his way up has been a theme for his career.
Yeah, undrafted out of ODU, Old Dominion. He got reps in the Summer League and the D League, as it was known at the time, now the G League. And every challenge that he's met it head on with great enthusiasm and has found a way to gain a coach's confidence. Here we are now.
Hawks making a switch here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Young. First in free throw percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Hawks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw lines.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, the best part of this Hawks team now is their youth. And with youth comes a ton of potential, a ton of room for this team to grow together, both the new coaching staff and the new guys to the league. And they have some cap flexibility, some other things that they can do to get creative around this youthful and exuberant roster.
And Atlanta has possession after New York gets the 3. Hardaway against Anderson. Hawks passing it around. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Hawks lead by 19. Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Vonleh kicks to Lee. Back to Vonleh. He dishes it to Lee. 5 on the clock. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot by Vonleh no good. Atlanta leading by 19. To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Here's Baker, defended by Young. Here's Lee outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Young's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Herter, covered by Lee. There's the dish to Young. Collins against Thomas. Shot by Collins, no good. Knicks trail by 21. Hardaway for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Hardaway has got 8.
I feel like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s role is to be out there and gun away, so ready to shoot that time.
And Young, here we go. Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Young with the steal. Over Baker. But they get it back. Young outside. The steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Baker passes to Lee. And they pick up 2. Lee's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Courtney Lee staying calm right there, under some pressure, and a capable scorer.
Lee with the steal. Hardaway against Anderson. Lee. No good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Passes to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits it from 3-point range.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Baker, defended by Young. Lee outside. He kicks it to Thomas. Hardaway from outside buries it from three-point range. Hardaway has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. Anderson outside. And the pass to Collins. Thomas with the block. Now here's Lee. He's covered closely. Pass to Baker. Here's Vonleh. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Outside Hardaway. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Young with the ball. He's got 31. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 33 points.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will. A tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which of course the New York fans are going to react to, and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
Now here is Young. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Outside Thomas. To the paint. Here's Baker. Right through the D for the layup. Baker's got 6. And when it came to hiring Fizdale, the Knicks went so far as to contact their former coach, Pat Riley.
Yeah, Pat, a bit of Knicks royalty with his success in the Big Apple, said this about Fizdale, that he's got a great mind and that he'll be mentally prepared for everything New York throws at him. So a good choice for the Knicks, and we'll see how he performs in the big city.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Alex Len comes in for John Collins, and it's Carter in for Young. And stolen by Vonleh. And now, here's Hazonia. He's got 7, 6 on the shot clock. That shot misses.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be. And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Back to Vonleh. Pass to Hazonia. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 9.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Len. And that one hits back iron.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see them. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily, he bricked the mid-range.
There's Vonleh. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Alex Len picks one up.
Because of that strength and length, Vonleh's shot is very difficult to get to, as the defender learns that time.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. Well, Brent, as a former dunk contest winner, I have to ask your thoughts on one of the great Hawks of all time, the terrific human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Well, Dominique, one of the greatest athletes this game has ever seen, and one of the most feared dunkers, obviously, of his era. You remember a lot of the highlights with Nick coming in, flying in, and finishing off a shot that might have missed from the opposite wing and going up over the top in 2 or 3 guys. So he certainly doesn't get enough credit nationally for the type of offensive firepower that Nick provided for his beloved Atlanta Hawks for years and years.
Now here's Bazemore. 8 points for him. And that one, good. Bazemore's got 4 this quarter.
The coaching staff asking a lot of Kent Bazemore, especially there, to play in the pick and roll. He jumps on that available space on the pick and cashes in.
Hezonja with the ball. He's covered by Bazemore. Back to Hezonja. Got a piece of it. Carter outside. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Mudiay finds Robinson. Here's Trier. He's covered by Bazemore. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
The Hawks leading by 17. And here's Carter, 11 points in the game. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Kicks to Bazemore. Puts up a 3. That one misses. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Vonleh's out there with Robinson. Then it's Mudiay. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Trier in at the 2 spot. The Hawks leading by 17. Carter outside. The 9-foot shot. Dedmon kicks it to Bazemore. Trains the 3-pointer. Bazemore's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hawks.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Now here's Mudiay, defended by Carter. Here's Hezonja. Softly drops in the floater.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Prince with it. Now defended by Vonleh. The fader. It's rebounded by New York.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. 8 points for Noah Vonleh.
If there's a skill set you'd like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Mudiay shows it off there with that assist.
Prince, right side, passes it to Bazemore. Charity stripe shot, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Hawks lead by 18.
Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
And there's the pass to Trier. The three-pointer, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Carter outside. Pass to Prince. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. Trier passes to Moutier. Now Hezonja. From 10 feet out, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Hezonja's got 4 points in the quarter. Carter kicks to Prince. Now Carter. Back to Prince.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Pass to Vonleh. Inside. Trier, that's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 16. Bazemore passes to Prince. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Carter down low. Clock is at 3. The shot, no good.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
And off target that time from Trier.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Carter outside. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Hawks lead by 18.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Outside Robinson. It's Hezonja in the corner. Over Prince. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Hezonja's got 6 here in this quarter. Atlanta calls timeout.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year. With the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Collins checked in for Len. Young is subbed in for Vince Carter. Prince against Lee. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Yeah, just never easy trying to guard Young without fouling. He is great at finding ways to create these calls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Young. And since 1973, only 2 finals appearances for the New York Knicks.
Yep, 1994, they lost to the Rockets in 7 games. And in 99, that was the lockout-shortened season. They lost to the Spurs eventually on their home court in 5 games. No finals appearances for the New York Knicks in the new millennium.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Burke kicks to Vonleh. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Bazemore against Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Out to Lee. Got a hand on it.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
It's Young on the wing. Burke covering.
Failure to extend the defense, not going to get you back in this game.
Yeah, it's just a big mistake against a great shooter. It feels like they've just completely lost their focus.
Now here's Burke. Outside Hardaway. New York, no good that time either. Atlanta leading by 21. Young in the corner. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. Here's Collins, knocked away. And stolen by Vonleh. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Young dishes to Prince. Three-pointer. Good on the triple.
And nothing much the defense could do there. Taurean Prince just too good on that possession.
And it's Burke with the ball for New York. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
Well, one of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And Atlanta has possession. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Prince.
A combo forward who mostly contributes at the defensive end. Thomas showing you how.
Outside Hardaway. He kicks it to Burke. Now here's Vonleh. He's guarded by Collins. The shot by Vonleh no good. Atlanta leading by 19 points. Here's Young. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Young's got 40 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Hardaway finds Robinson. Now Burke. Poked away. Here's the floater. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Bazemore passes to Young, and it's in there. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Now here is Robinson. Kicks it to Burke. This one for 3. The rebound by Prince. To the middle. Here's Bazemore. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Burke with it. He's guarded by Collins. Vonleh down low. He's against Young. Vonleh's shot is good.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Young's shot is off. For New York, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Hardaway kicks to Burke. Young with the steal. Down low, here's Prince. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here is Robinson. Outside Hardaway. Shot from 12. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Young with the ball. Burke covering. Shots good from Young.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young, really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of them.
Now here's Burke. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against length.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Here's Prince. Passes it to Dedmon. He kicks it to Collins. Count it. Good.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
At the elbow, it's Robinson. Dishes it to Burke. Now, here's Vonleh. He's guarded by Collins. New York moving the ball around. Here's Burke. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hawks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Now, here's Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. Hardaway with the steal. And here comes the break. Shoots over Bazemore. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Pretty nice work there in the open floor. Hardaway Jr. good at running to the right spot on the court and being ready.
Here's Young. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.